Hi Alam, how are you?
Hi, Mark. I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good, thank you. Thank you, Alam, for joining on time. So, firstly, introduce about yourself, your education background, and all.
Okay, so my name is Alam Pasha.
Mm-hmm,
I have completed my BTech from MEJ College of Engineering. I'm a front-end developer with 3 years of experience,
mm-hmm.
mainly specializing in JavaScript and React.
Okay,
And I have a strong background in building and managing front-end applications, optimizing them. And in my recent role, I have contributed as a front-end developer working closely with different cross-functional teams and building scalable and high-performance applications which are
okay,
aligned with the business requirements. My
okay,
work involves building UI components, styling them, and building them using React's libraries. Also do API integration, and I also do deployments using CI/CD pipelines. And this is about my work. And then I like about my achievements. I have been recognized as a key contributor for 3 consecutive years, and then I have been awarded as a problem solver badge from the technical architect of my project. These are about my achievements. And hobbies, I like to play outdoor games and like music or some YouTube vlogs or videos. These are like
o-
my hobbies. That's
okay,
about myself.
okay, good. So, which kind of domain you are worked? Any specific domain or something else?
Yeah, I have worked completely on React during my experience at my current organization.
Domain means like banking domain or any e-commerce domain, something.
Enterprise applications.
Okay, you are in enterprise application. Okay, and you have
Hmm.
3 year experience. All are in React?
Yeah, all are in React.
Okay.
First
So,
couple of months were like
mhm,
training, and then
mhm.
my work actually started after
So,
that.
so have you worked class component or you started your career in function itself?
Hmm. No, no function only.
Function only. Okay. In 3 year
Yeah.
before the functional component is most usable.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So we can start with HTML, CSS first. Then we will move
Okay.
to JavaScript and then React. Okay. What's the difference between HTML and HTML5?
HTML and HTML5. Like HTML5, we have more improved tags, and then for HTML5, more metadata can be integrated in that. So
Yes.
that is a basic difference. I don't know much about the difference
No
since we
problem.
are using HTML5
Actually,
only.
actually, HTML5 is the more SEO friendly in term of semantic tag
Yeah,
they are using. So
yeah,
the
yeah.
my next question is, what is semantic tags? Give me some 3 example.
Okay. Semantic tags are the tags which clearly describe the meaning of the content inside them. For example, we
Mm-hmm.
have section, article, then we have header, footer, nav,
Mm-hmm.
and these tags improve SEO and accessibility. They make the code more maintainable and readable.
Yes, correct. Okay. What's the difference between inline block, and block element in HTML?
Okay, okay. So these elements, block element, it takes the full width and it starts on a new line. Whereas inline, it only takes the width which is required, which is necessary for it, and it doesn't start on a new line. Inline
Mm-hmm.
block, it behaves like an inline, but I think the height and width can be adjusted here for inline block. This is
Okay.
the basic difference.
What about block?
Block is it starts on a new line. It takes the full width of that container. And suppose we have example like a div tag. It is a block element. It starts on a new line.
Okay.
For this inline, we have a span tag.
Okay. What's the difference between EM, REM, pixel, and percentage in CSS units?
Okay. So pixel is like fixed size. Suppose we give a size of 10 pixel, it is fixed
Hmm.
across. EM, it is like relative to its parent's font size.
Okay.
And then REM, we have it is relative to the roots font size.
Hmm.
Percentage is like it is relative to the parent's element size actually.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, that's good. And what's the difference between local storage and session storage and cookies?
Okay, local storage, these all three are like browser web storage mechanism. In local storage, all three, like in local storage, we store a string and it stays until we explicitly delete it. We need to go manually and then delete this. And it is whatever we store the data in local storage, it is shared across different tabs if they are using the same domain. Whereas session storage, it stays, this data stays only until we have the live session. If the session or the tab is closed, this data is get clear. It clears automatically. Whereas cookie is like we can store small set of data which can we can send this over every HTTP request. Automatically it sends.
As you said, all three are in browser related things.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
so which are you sure cookies is on browser related thing, or they can managing client itself? All three are
No, from
managing.
server. No, from server we can send the cookies as well.
Okay,
Local storage and session storage are web storages.
okay. So which one is good if we build a secure website like banking domain?
Uh-huh. So it depends. So like if we want to store a user preference or a theme, maybe
Hmm.
dark mode or light mode, we can use the local storage. Session storage, we can like use to store some temporary data like form data or something like that. Cookies we can store to use to store this tokens,
Is it good habit to
authentication tokens.
is it good we can do all three in same project? We can use all three in same project. Is it good practice?
Uh, Mm, I'm not sure whether it is a good practice, but it depends on
Mm,
our requirements. Because for a simple theme storage, we can just use local storage. We don't need to store this in session or
mhm.
the cookies. Our local storage is best for storing the theme.
Okay, okay, good. If,
So
for
for
example,
okay, go ahead.
okay, for example, you have any image.
Mhm,
If you want to it
mhm.
converted as a responsive image, which CSS
Yeah.
you usually use?
For that, we can have this max property, max width. And then
Mm,
height we can give it in percentage or maybe auto set. We can set it as auto, then image will be responsive, quite responsive.
okay, that's a good. But any other way, like any predefined
Um,
method in CSS?
we can
Oh,
use
how do you?
media queries or
Okay,
object fit contain we can use to clearly display the images and media queries as well.
okay. So what's the difference between CSS grid and Flux box?
Okay, CSS, these both are used to style the layouts, whereas Flexbox is like a one-dimensional layout, either rows or columns. Main properties in Flex are like display flex, justify content, flex direction, align items. Flex can be used to like if we want to style an layout of a navigation bar where we have different elements, we can
Hmm.
style them horizontally or vertically. And
Hmm.
then for grid, it is a two-dimensional layout. We can move rows and columns both, and then we can use this grid for the complete layout of the web page, or else we can have a container and suppose we are having a cards layout, that we can have a container and use this grid property. Both
Okay,
are used for responsive design.
okay. Can you share your screen? I need to share one code. I want output of that code.
Entire screen Chrome tab.
Mhm.
It used to Google Meet actually, Teams only.
Yes, yes.
Not able to click on, yeah, enter screen. Is it
Yes,
visible?
yes, it is visible. Okay, open any editor. Like one compiler is good according to me.
One compiler.
One compiler is able to do in HTML, CSS, and everything.
Okay.
Open it and cross it. That small thing. Cross it. That is small window that is open. Yes. Okay. Open
Yeah.
JavaScript or somewhere you can open JavaScript. No problem. Mm.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me
Yeah.
paste, copy, paste that code to you. in chat box. Okay, I have shared one code to you. Can you?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to. Can you increase the font of your screen? Screen font is very small. More, some more.
Was it fine?
One more, one more. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. What's the output?
Okay. We have a simple HTML and body. Then it will print world, WORLD.
Okay, is paragraph replaced with word? Are you saying? What about the hello?
No. This paragraph won't replace. Inside the paragraph, it will print H1 world.
Okay, you said ki hello and world both are print.
Yeah. Hello and world along with this angular
H
braces.
say world is capital. The H1 is also print. You said
Yeah.
no. Actually, the world is print in H1 tag itself. Not H1 tag specific H1 tag is print. Is it inner HTML? Is
Okay. Mm-hmm.
okay? No problem. One more question I have to
Okay.
you.
Okay.
If you change that JavaScript to HTML, then it's you can run that code also. Can you that JavaScript to HTML? Search HTML. Yeah, that one. And then paste my first code, not that one, not that one. First code. Then you can check the okay. The world is doing. Okay, and now the second question. What's the output? Is it very
This
simple?
will render export, but checkbox center.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
Will render a checkbox. It will render a checkbox which is
And
disabled.
okay, yes, correct. That is very much simple.
Mm.
Okay, and one more question I have. Yeah, this one.
Researching on this.src is equal to fallback.cmc. I'm not sure on this.
Have you used on error?
I have not used much.
Okay, no problem then. Last question for you for HTML thing,
Okay.
not that the below one. Yes.
So text hover me, and when we hover over it, it will display tooltip.
Yes, but it is not working in this browser, but don't run it. But your answer is
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
Okay, let me move to the other one. W- JavaScript part. So what's the difference between the small, okay, let me start with the JavaScript part. Start with the basic one. What's the difference between that, where, and const?
Variant const. Yeah. So all these three are used to declare variables,
Mm-hmm.
whereas var is function scope, let and const are block scope,
Mm-hmm.
and var can be redeclared in the same scope, whereas let and const cannot be redeclared. Var and let can be reassigned. Const cannot be reassigned. Var is hoisted and it is initialized with undefined, whereas
Mm-hmm.
let and const are also hoisted, but they are not initialized with undefined. They are in temporal dead zone. So accessing them before initialization will give you a reference error.
Okay, that's correct. So, so which one is mostly you are using, let or cost? The which scenario, uh, basically, I want to know. Which scenario you are mostly use let, which scenario you are mostly use cost.
Mhm. So suppose we have a variable which we want to reassign. I'll use let. For const, I will use for declaring functions or objects where we can uh, like change the values of the object, but even if it is declared with const.
Why where is not able to use mostly as of now? Any drawback? Specific drawback?
Yeah, because it is function scoped, it is very difficult to manage variables declared with var. And after ES6 we have let and const, so we use let and const.
No, no, management is very good. War is very good in term of management. I want to know basic why we are not in use. Have you know
Mm,
global scope something?
yeah.
If you initialize something in where it will be
Mhm,
it will be stored in browser global object. It will look like as a browser global object that can be stored
okay.
permanently in browser itself. So it will give you that something that where is you can use anywhere in your component. That, as you said, is a functional scope. That's the
Mhm,
reason where is not able to use mostly. It will be
okay.
stored internally in browser, and that let
Mhm,
and cost is not initially stored within the DOM itself.
okay, okay.
Okay, what about hosting in JavaScript?
Yeah. Hosting is like JavaScript's behavior of moving variables and function declarations to the top of their scope during the creation phase of the execution context.
Can you give me some example to share your
Yeah.
screen to how the hosting is work?
Mm. Is my screen visible?
Yeah. Yes.
We have a one declared a value. So when we try to console.log before it is initialized,
Mm-hmm.
we will get the value of a as undefined.
Mm.
Whereas if we declare this variable using let, it is hosted, but it will give you a reference since it is in temporal dead zone. Until the execution comes to this line, the variable is not initialized using
Okay.
let. So this will throw a reference.
Okay. What is event delegation?
Event delegation is like a technique which we use to capture the events by attaching the event listener to the parent component. Suppose we have multiple child elements. When we click on any child, the event propagation happens and the event is bubbled up the DOM tree. Using delegation, we attach this event listener to the parent component and
Mm-hmm.
capture this event.
Okay. Give me any example in your mind if you have.
Yeah, suppose we have a div component and
Mhm.
a group of buttons, maybe couple of buttons, and clicking on any button, we can attach an event listener on the parent div and then catch this event using the identifier.
Okay. Okay. What are promises and async await? What's the difference?
Yeah, okay. Promises is like an object which represents the eventual completion of an asynchronous operation. It has
Mm-hmm.
three states mainly: pending, fulfilled, and rejected. Whereas async await is just a syntactic sugar over promises. Behind the scenes, it uses async this promises only. But this async await, by looking at async await code, if code is written in async await, it looks like a synchronous code, but behind the scenes, it uses these promises only.
Okay. So if we have multiple API, can we
Mhm.
can we use same in async await itself, or we have some different method in promises?
In promises, we can chain them, and also we have this promise methods, promise dot all, promise dot raise, promise dot any. These methods we can use.
Okay. Okay. What are closure and how it is used?
Mhm. So closure in JavaScript is like it occurs when an inner function can access and remember variables from the outer function, even after that function has finished execution. So this is used to the closures can be used for data privacy as well as maintain the state.
Okay.
This is a closure.
Okay. What's the difference between debouncing and throttling?
These are debounce throttling are techniques like for optimization. Debounce is like it triggers the function only after user stops for certain seconds, a specified time interval. Whereas throttle, it triggers the function after every specified time interval. Suppose we give 1000 milliseconds, it will trigger the function only after 1 second. Even if the user is doing events, user is doing activity between the time frame, it will not trigger the function. It will only trigger the function after that timer, after that specified time interval.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, you said event. So I want to know how event loop and callback stack is working.
Sorry,
Call
sorry,
stack. How event loop
call
and
stack.
call stack are working in JavaScript.
Okay, okay. So this is the mechanism. Event loop is like a mechanism by which JavaScript handles
Mm-hmm.
asynchronous operations in a single-threaded environment. Since
Mm-hmm.
JavaScript is a single-threaded,
Mm-hmm.
so what happens is we have a call stack,
Mm-hmm.
we have an event loop. Suppose we have a piece of code where I can write some code.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose we have var a equal to 10, something like this,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have a we'll just console log this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, console log of a. Suppose we have a timeout.
Mm-hmm.
This function just simply console logs string. Suppose timeout. Don't need a variable actually. Suppose this we have a string. So when the execution starts, the execution context gets created,
Mm-hmm.
and then this code is pushed to the call stack.
Okay.
So when we push this code to call stack, this first during the execution phase, first line of code, the code executes line by line. This
Mm-hmm.
first line is executed,
Mm-hmm.
and this is printed, and then it is popped out of the call stack. Then we
Mm-hmm.
come for the set timeout. Since set timeout cannot be handled by the call stack, it is sent to the browser actually. The web APIs handle this. There the
Mm-hmm.
timer starts, and then it returns this callback into a task queue. And instead of timeout, if we have a promise, then it returns this callback to the micro task queue. And this micro task queue has priority over the task queue. The
Mm-hmm.
event loop is like it's like a traffic controller whose job is to pick the items in the micro task queue and task queue. First, it will check for the micro task queue. It will pick up the items and send it to call stack for execution. When the task queue is empty, then only it will go for task queue, which is the call stack. Callback queue. It will pick the items from there, and then it will send it to the call stack, and it will execute those things.
Okay. So task queue and call stack are different.
Sorry?
Task queue and call stack are different.
Yeah, yeah, it is different. It is different. Since Web API handles
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
timer events and promise events, asynchronous operations, it cannot directly send it to the call stack. It will send these callbacks to the callback queue, which is the task queue, and the micro task queue.
Okay.
Event loop will pick up these items and send it to the call stack for execution.
If in case event loop is blank, only having one
Mm.
function, it's a asynchronous function. So still having all the flow are doing, or it is easily capture event loop itself in a task queue itself. So process are same
It's
for every asynchronous
one
function.
one only if we have asynchronous operation
Hmm.
in the call stack won't be able to execute this. It will send it to the this browser, and then
Hmm.
it comes back to the callback queue. From there, event loop picks up and then it sends it to the call stack. This is the reason these timers, whatever we have in JavaScript, are not accurate exactly.
Okay.
Because if we have some code running in the call stack, it will wait for them to complete and then send these events.
Okay. You said browser. If we have Node.js, Node.js doesn't have any browser. So what do you
It
think
is the runtime.
how it is handled in that case? Any?
In that case, um, firstly, we will not be able to run this in the Node.js, the whatever browser functions we have. It will
Mhm.
point to the window object. Since Node.js is a runtime environment, we won't be able to run these functions.
Actually, Node.js having a global environment itself, so they can handle it.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. That is out of scope in this interview. What is difference between shallow copy and deep copy?
So copy and deep copy, they are used to copy the objects. When we do
Hmm.
a shallow copy, it copies the level elements only. Suppose we have a nested structure in an object. An object it
Hmm.
contains another object, then it only copies the references of those nested structure. So any change made in the shallow copy, it will also reflect in the original object. But whereas in deep copy, it clones the whole object. It doesn't does it like a shallow copy. It clones the whole object, and even
Hmm.
if there are nested objects, everything is copied. Shallow copy can be done using this REST operator object.assign. Deep copy we can use JSON.parse and JSON.stringify and pass in the object.
What about spread operators? Spread operator is used which one? Deep copy or shallow copy?
Spread operate it is in the shallow copy.
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, let me ask some output-based question. So just give me 1 second. I'm just copy it and paste to you.
Okay.
Okay, what's the output of this?
Hold out loud 1 plus 2 plus 2. This is, I think, string concatenation. It will just this is the output. This one, uh, the same thing. What about, not sure about the third one. I think it will print according to the precedence.
Okay, first one is correct. Second one is
Mhm,
double plus. Double plus is calculated as a plus itself. They convert
mhm,
second string to the number, then 32.
mhm.
And the third one is 0 2. Okay, the third one is 0 2 because the plus minus is also converted as a minus. So 1 minus 1 is
Okay,
0, and then 2,
zero.
2 itself.
Mhm,
Yeah, that is. You can run it if you want, if you run button is there.
mhm.
Okay, it's there. Okay, let me
Mhm,
ask one more question to you.
mhm.
Mm, what is it? What's the output?
equal to 0. Mm, this will print true, I guess. And it, this will also print true. This one, this will print false.
Okay, first one is true is correct. Second one is false
Oh,
because both the object having different reference error and
okay, okay. Their references will be different. So yeah, so it will print false. Okay. Mm-hmm.
yes, yeah. And the third one is true.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. Uh,
conversion, right?
mhm,
Conversion.
yes, type it. Okay. Oh, one more question I have. Okay. What's the output of this console log?
A is an object for B is equal to A, B dot X equal to 2, so dot E dot X. So this will print to look okay.
Yes, that is very simple. Correct.
Mhm.
One more I have shared to you. Just check it out.
So we have a set timeout. We just console dot log 0, promise dot resolve dot then console dot log B, console dot log C. Okay. The output will be first we'll have C, then
And this question will clear all your doubt regarding event loops, synchronous, microtasks, macrotasks,
Mhm.
all.
Okay, then it will print B
Hmm.
and the it will print A.
Yes, that one is correct. Okay, one more question I have. I just pasted it. That is correct.
Function which returns a hello console.log and oh, uh, return undefined.
Mhm. Okay, you can run and check. No problem. It's hello. Okay, last question. I have.
Same thing, right? Think same question.
Okay, it's same question.
Um,
Okay, give me 1 second. No,
no,
no, no,
it's
no,
a
no, no,
return
no.
statement. Return statement is different.
Yeah, it's not same.
Oh, I got confused. Um, thank you. This will also print hello.
No, that is undefined. You can run it. Okay, no problem. Then we will move to the logical one. If you
What
have,
is the concept behind this? This is a scope only, right?
yes, that
About
is.
the scope.
Yeah.
Okay.
The logical question we will start now. So you have one string, for example, hello. So I want to reverse that string. What's the logic you are thinking and how you will do it?
We have a string, right?
Mhm. And one string.
Right. They are equal to
Mhm.
hello.
I
We
want
can
to reverse.
just str dot let dot reverse
Don't
dot
use
join.
reverse. I want to know how to do it in loop.
Can just run this for loop.
Mhm.
Steer, log, num, minus one, zero, minus, and extra will return can create the function, right?
Mm, yeah, you can do it. You can wrap for in function. I want to know. I want output in console log.
Okay. Yeah.
How do you get a string argument?
Mm, sorry?
String argument in reverse
Yeah,
string.
we can directly pass the string,
You can directly
like,
pass here.
or we can just declare it, or just pass the string
Yes.
hello here.
Mm,
This will reverse.
yes. Correct. Okay. If you have a string, I want to know how
Mhm.
the occurrence of each character. For means A is coming to one time, L is coming two time, B is coming zero time, like this. How do you do
Occurrence of characters.
occurrence of each characters in a string?
Um, I'm not sure on this.
Okay, no problem. Oh, okay. If you have any function, okay. No. If you have any variable, any XYZ variable is equal to
Mhm.
array, you can write it
Mhm.
first. Please write down any variable you can name it.
Mhm.
Okay. Array within array one comma
Mhm.
again
Mhm.
array.
Mhm.
Okay, two comma again array
Mhm. Mhm.
three. I
Okay.
want the output in flatten. Flatten means one, two, three itself. Single array.
Mhm.
How do you think? How do you do it?
A flat nested array.
This is the
Can
nested
use
array.
this flat.
I want to convert
Can
this.
use flat method, right?
No, don't use flat method. Otherwise, without flat method, how do you do it? That is very much simple.
Okay. Uh, we have a nested array. Built-in method. Mhm. I'm not sure on the loop. I think we can run a
Mm,
loop. I was knowing about the flat method.
No, flat is okay. I know. Okay, that's fine. Just give me 1 second.
Mm.
Okay, let's move to the React part. What's the difference between class and functional component? That is simple one. I know you don't know about the class component. That's why I started this.
So class components are like this
Mm,
ES6. These are classes which extend this React dot component, and this
Mm-hmm.
use render method to return JSX. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
functional components are like simple JavaScript functions that takes props as an argument and return JSX.
Okay. So class component in ES5 method, you know?
Not much having
Uh,
knowledge on class components.
okay, ES class component in ES5 and functional component
Mhm.
is why functional component is much more popular as of now. My question is this, like this.
Yeah. So in
Mm-hmm.
functional components, the boilerplate code is lesser, and then we can also manage state and lifecycle methods using hooks which were introduced in React 16. So that is why
Mm-hmm.
functional components are more popular.
Okay.
They are
Have you?
simple and easy to maintain and readable.
Yes, correct. Okay, that's correct one. Uh, what's the React Fiber? Have you heard about this one? React Fiber?
Yeah, I have heard about it. What it does it when sending the updates to the DOM, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
send the whole updates, whole set of changes. It sends it batch wise. This
Yeah,
is what I've heard of React Fiber.
it's a part of reconciliation.
Mhm.
Yes, no problem. That is very much tough. Okay, what are the control and uncontrol component?
Yeah, control components are like it is a form input element whose value is controlled by React state. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
in uncontrolled, the value, it is a form input element, value can be controlled by the DOM directly using this useref.
Okay, without a user ref, how do you do it in uncontrolled component?
Mm, Not sure, maybe, no, I'm not sure how we can achieve this.
Okay, no issue. Let me move to the next one. Explain React hooks. Like any two, three hooks I need to know. Ki, please explain these. You can
Mm.
stop sharing if you
So,
want. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. I want two, three hooks. You need to explain. I want to know how you relatable to
Okay,
hooks.
okay. Hooks like it were introduced in React 16.8, I think. So they allow us to manage state and lifecycle methods inside functional components.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the hooks which I have used are like use state, use effect. Then we have use context. Then we have use memo, use callback, and we have use ref. These are some few hooks. Use state is like we can manage the state using
Mm-hmm.
this use state hook. This state value is like it doesn't it persists across re-renders. So this is used for state management or use effect for running the side effects. Suppose like data fetching and DOM manipulation for the use effect. And use context, it is like use context hook is used to consume the context values. For global data sharing, we can create a context with the help of this create context method, and then use context, we can consume this global context.
Okay. What's the difference between use effect and use layout effect?
Use effect is like we use for data fetching. This is to run side effects.
Mm-hmm.
Use layout effect is also similar to use effect, but it I guess it runs synchronously and runs the side effects after the DOM is updated, but before the browser is painted, before
Okay.
the UI is there.
Yes, correct. And how the use of use memo, use callback, and use ref?
Yeah. Use memo we can use for memoizing computed values. Like
Mm-hmm.
suppose we have expensive calculations, which do not need to be recalculated between re-renders. We can memorize this and pass in a dependency array. This
Mm-hmm.
will not recalculate this. Calculations are not done again and again between re-renders unless the dependency value is changed.
Okay.
For use callback, we actually use for memoizing functions. These are used to memorize functions so that for every re-render, we don't need to recreate the instance of the function. we can use the same instance. So it will actually it will not recalculate create the instance unless the dependency anything in the dependency array changes. Whereas
Mm,
useref is like it provides us a mutable object which will persist across the re-renders.
yes,
These are
correct.
the
Yeah, that is correct. So,
Mhm.
what's the difference between context API and Redux?
Context API and Redux. Context API is a like a built-in feature. It comes along with the React. We don't need to install any library, third-party library. We can just import, create context, and use context from React and use it for state management globally. And then
Mm-hmm.
Context API, this Redux is a third-party library which we need to install it from the npm packages, and
Okay.
we have a boilerplate code in Redux. We use this to set up the Redux store actions and reducers, all these things.
Okay. So, why we use Redux and why we not use context API?
Mhm. So context API is suitable for simple applications. Suppose in one of my project I used context API where we had just had to have a theme of our application, dark mode, light mode, switching between modes. So we needed this context across various components. So there I have used context API. But Redux is used for more complex applications, larger applications. There, it will be easier for global state management if we use the Redux.
Yes. What are the React keys? Have you used React keys?
Mhm. Yeah,
And
yeah. Keys,
why are they
hmm,
important?
yeah, they are very important because they are used for identifying. They are the unique IDs. First of all, key is a unique ID.
Mm-hmm.
They are used to identify which element of the list have been changed, added, or anything is removed. This helps in the efficient calculation in the diffing during the reconciliation process.
Yes. Right. What is code splitting and lazy loading in React?
These two techniques are used for performance optimization actually. Code splitting, we do it using this React.lazy component from React. We import the heavy component. Suppose a data heavy component we have, we import this data heavy component in the with the help of React.lazy, and then render this component with the help of with wrapping this suspense method actually suspense, and then we can provide a fallback UI also. A simple div loading div can be provided to that.
Yes, correct. And how do you handle error boundaries in React?
Boundaries. Uh, this if we are using async await, we can handle it using try catch
Mm-hmm.
and dot catch method. If it is a dot then dot catch method we are using, then promises we can use a dot catch and then try catches.
No, no, error boundary is something different. In class component, we have error boundaries is applicable in class itself. In function, we don't have any like hooks
Mhm.
as of now. So have you know about error boundaries or not? What is it? Actually,
I
error boundary
I'm not. I'm.
third party
Mhm.
installer is also available in error boundary that we can install and use it in our application. No problem then.
Mhm.
We have one
Yeah.
question. Okay, React question I have. I want to know the output of that one.
Okay.
You can check if you want. You can share your screen.
I've shared my screen.
Yes, shared.
Is visible, right?
Hmm. What's the
So we
output?
have a simple component. Use state. Um, set count. Plus one. Okay. So every time it re-renders, it increases the count value and displays it.
Okay.
So for first time, it will just uh, print this one as one.
Actually, it's infinite re-rendering because of their state update or every render.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Yeah,
one
yeah, we
part.
don't have any condition. Every re-render, it will
Mhm.
keep on increasing the count.
Okay, yes, correct. Okay, one more question to you.
So once the app is loaded, it will just set this count value to 10 and display it as 10. So
Okay,
between re-renders, the value stays the same because we
okay.
have empty dependency array.
Are you sure it will tell render? It's render 10.
Yeah, yeah.
What about 0? Use state react dot use state 0.
Yeah, that is the default value. That is the initial value. Once we are updating, it will just set
Within
count.
within use effect, I will
I
put
think no,
dependency
this
0.
within use effect. Sorry?
Dependency is blank. So
Mm-hmm.
it's which state that is like in component lifecycle, which state they are following here.
This is the component did update.
Mounting? No.
Yeah, when the component this app is loaded, so
Mhm.
before it is loaded, it this component component did mount is this is component did mount.
Actually, initially it shows 0 and then it's
Hmm.
mounted to 10. The both the value is displayed.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. I have one more last question. Uh,
Mhm.
how do you optimize your code if you have thousands of API data? So
Mhm.
how do you handle it simply in front end?
Mm, in front end, we can actually do this pagination, and also we can implement scroll to load, this infinite scrolling, and
Mhm.
also we can make use of this technique called virtualization. We have libraries React virtualization or React window. We can make use of these techniques and handle this large amount of data.
Yes, correct. Okay, the interview is done now. I will give you
Mhm.
some feedback. First
Mhm.
of all, you need to work on your resume itself. Resume, you need to just improve that resume word. I will share you after this call. I will share you the resume link where you can build your resume. And second output is like you need to improve your logical skill. Logical skill, definitely you need to work.
Yeah,
uh, you
yeah.
just uh, uh, you just target it to firstly create an account to lead code create account, then revise two
Mhm.
three question daily, then only your logical
Mhm.
skill is
Mhm.
improve better. After 1 month it
Yeah,
will take 1 month to improve the logical thing.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that is the second thing. And
Actually,
just
this I've start like working with the organization, right? Like not getting much time to practice these
no,
logical
it
questions.
will not take more than 10 to 15 minutes. It's
Yeah, yeah.
just
I will focus
create
on that.
a lead code account and then start with
Yeah,
easy to hard. That the motive you
mm-hmm.
can do. Okay, two
Definitely,
thing is
definitely.
there. And just the theoretical you are okay in React, theoretical HTML, CSS your is very good according to me. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we don't you don't have any issue HTML, CSS. Just brush up
Mm-hmm.
JavaScript logical thing, and React
Mm-hmm.
more deeply goes to the React. You mean
Okay.
just write it out. React 19 version is there. Learn React 19
Mm-hmm.
version. If it is you have time, so you can start exploring my React 19 series. I have already uploaded in YouTube and freely available. And I have also create Redux series also in my YouTube channel. So that will create a
Mm-hmm.
help to you very much. Otherwise, you
Mm-hmm.
are okay according to as you have 3 year experience. Within 3 year
Mm-hmm.
experience, just focus more on our GitHub repository portfolio also. In
Mm-hmm.
future, portfolio is very much needed. If someone have
Mm-hmm.
good portfolio, then only they will get a job. in future.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
need to work itself. That's why I'm asking. Yeah, everyone need to
Mm-hmm.
be check. Everyone hire perfect person in company.
Mm.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Mm.
Otherwise, everything looks good for me. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
Alam. Thanks. Thank you for joining.
Yeah. Yeah. Very thank you for
Hmm.
this, like having this session with me.